Hey guys, welcome back to another video here on my YouTube channel. And for today's video, we are doing the second book in the Seattle Scorpion series, Frozen Over. So far, I read the first few books, which is the first one is Bordered Hearts, the second one is Frozen Over, and the third one is Dead Rinker, sorry. And I'm about to start reading the fourth and I believe final book in the series tonight, so I'm excited to start that. This is my second favorite book. I truly enjoyed it so much. I mean, it might be tied with this one. These both are really great. I'll do the next video is gonna be a review on this one. So if you want a review on this one, stay tuned. This one should be out on Thursday. I'm trying to remember what my schedule is. I'm doing now 3 videos a week on YouTube, which is I'm used to just doing one a week. But now that they're shorter, I want to create more content for you guys. High school friends. I love that trope. When they were friends either from college or high school and then reconnect later on. I don't know why. I read I want to say 3, a solid 3 that I can remember this included with that trope. And I truly do enjoy it. So basically, this follows, names are escaping me right now. I know Luna and Zach. Yeah, so this follows, am I going to tell you last names? No, because I don't currently remember them, which is crazy. But I read so many books so quickly. It took me 2 to 3 days to read a book, so me remembering last names, even remembering first names, is pretty lucky. So this follows Zach and Luna. So Zach obviously plays for the Seattle Scorpions, with John Morgan here. But Zach is actually originally from Florida. I don't remember if it mentioned specifically the town in Florida. It probably does. And you would think I would remember it, but I don't. So basically, the beginning of the book starts with, because we learn about Zach, obviously, in here. And in this book, Zach is dating Amy. Hilariously has the same name as me. Awful character, though. She basically cheats on Zach in here and tells him in here that she's pregnant. And, is uncertain if it's either his or the guy she cheated on. Zach, who is an awful person, by the way. Alex Schneider, who is also mentioned in the Blade King series. He's basically awful and a very violent NHL player that almost killed Zach in this book. When Zach said something to him about maybe the baby being his. So the beginning of this book starts with Zach going for a paternity test. He's like, if the baby is mine, I'm gonna step up and be there for the baby, even though she cheated on him, and also he won't be with Amy, but he'll be there for the baby. And then he gets a paternity test, and it turns out it's not his. So he decides, you know what, everything that's happened, he's gonna go clear his mind. He's gonna go back home to Florida for the summer, so the off season. He had actually bought a house on the beach in Florida because he had thought initially, before Amy was awful and cheated on him, that she would be the one. So he was hoping that could be their vacation home for the off season. So he's uncertain at the time, when he's going back, if he's going to sell it or not. But he definitely knows it needs to be worked on. It was kind of a bit of a fixer-upper. So he goes back to Florida with the intent of hunkering down, working on that house, seeing his family, and just getting away from everything awful that had happened to him, kind of in Seattle, taking the off season away. And basically, something that used to happen a lot in their friend group were these barbecues that they would do on the beach. Until the first night that he's back, there is a barbecue. So he reconnects with his friend Luke, as well as Luna, who had dated Luke in high school and then a little bit after, but they broke up I don't know how many years ago. I think it was something 7 or so years ago. So he reconnects with Luna and just realizes how pretty she is and how he enjoyed talking with her. She talked a lot about the stars and space, and that was her big thing. And so they reconnect, and then I think they run into each other again because she's by the beach, because she likes to go for morning swims at the beach, and his house is right near there. And she knew that his house was there, and she'd always kind of had an interest in him, which is sort of why I think we learn later on that she broke up with Luke, because she kept she would be with him but kept thinking about Zach and how that's who she truly did end up having an interest in. And so they kind of stay like sort of distantly connected. Like I think they would like text every once in a while, but not super often. So this was like a chance for them to truly reconnect. And he's working on his house, and she kind of like fumbled and said, yeah, I can do like painting and like the cutting out for painting and stuff like that. And so she offers to help him fix up his house. And that's sort of how they reconnect, and sort of like how they develop their like truly develop their friendship. And then he realizes that, oh wait, I'm actually really into her. She's a sweet and great girl. And I'd actually like to be with her. But she's like, but like you live like 3,000 miles away, all the way in Seattle, and I'm all the way here in Florida. Like I don't think that this can go beyond the summer, and that like, cause we're gonna eventually like, we're gonna have to break up because you just live so far away. Like logistically, it's not possible. And so she's like, we can be something for the summer, but I don't think it can be past that. And then he really is like stuck on her and really wants to have it be past the summer. And then I think it's like a couple weeks before the summer ends, when he's supposed to go back to like 2 weeks before he's supposed to go back to Seattle, she like kind of breaks off their like arrangement that they had, which was kind of like, I'm really like a friend with benefit sort of thing. She breaks it off because she was like, well, I just don't want to like actually develop any like feelings because I'm here in Florida. He's all the way gonna be all the way in Seattle. Like this is not gonna be good. He really tries to like convince her, and then her mom says some things to her. Like her mom's not that great, and her mom says some things to her, and she just sort of realizes that wait, maybe there's like nothing for me really in Florida, even though she had a job there and everything got promoted. She's like, maybe I could just find another job in Seattle, and maybe like that's where I want to be. Because she did go to Seattle like once for 3 days, I believe, after when he went back to Seattle for the gala for his charity. And she got to meet like the friend group, like the girl like Felicity, and Felicity's best friend Kate, who is the FMC in the third book. And so she starts to be like, maybe like Seattle is where I'm meant to be. So then she decides like, yes, I'm gonna actually move to Seattle. I'm gonna move with him and all that. And this was like super cute. Again, I was gonna say we love that he falls first. I don't think this was a he falls first, because she kind of like always had a thing for him. But he was the one who was really trying to convince her and woo her. And I just love that in books, when he's the one who's like trying to convince her that like they can work this out, when it's because it's just something that I enjoy, versus when she's like, wait, this can work. I mean, both are great, but I truly love it when he's the one who's trying to convince her that like this can work and they can make it work, and he's gonna do whatever possible to make it work. And at one point, during the break, during after the 2-week period was over, and when he went back to Seattle, and she was there, and like he had given her a key, I think after the gala, when he dropped her off at the airport to go back to Florida. He was like, you can have a key to the house, to the beach house, and like go there whenever you want to, you know. And so she goes there, and she realizes that in like one of the rooms he put in a skylight and a telescope so that she could look at the stars, because she had mentioned like her telescope that she had wasn't very good or was broken or something. And so we just love moments like that when they do something that means a lot to the FMC, like when the FMC does something, or they remember something, or they do like a big gesture like that. But like it's like a big gesture, but they don't make it super big. You know what I mean? I would give this one a solid 5 stars. I enjoyed it. And I think this book really cemented for me that this series, I do prefer the series slightly over the Blade King series. Such a good series. Sometimes I read one book last summer, or I started reading one book last summer that was independently published, but then was picked up by a traditional publisher and republished. And I was like, ooh. And it kind of like made me nervous. But I have read quite a few books from independent authors, such as Ruth Stilling is one of them, Chelsea Curto is another, and there's a couple others, I don't remember them. But I honestly, some of these books are better than some of the traditionally published books that I've read. So I would give this one a solid 5 stars. I would say, this one is either my like first favorite or second favorite in the series so far. It's like a toss-up between Dead Ringer, which I just finished reading, which by the way, this will be the next the next book I do a video on, so stay tuned for that one. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss a brand new video from me. You can follow me at PlanaGoAmy on Instagram, TikTok, and Thread. You can also follow my digital book club at Romancing the Ice on Instagram. Until the next time, bye!